Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. But today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. To the left side is now McMillan. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now it's Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He'll get this into the hands of the Doom Zone. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Oh, that's the thing, the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. Touchdown, Chicago! Ted McMillan with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on. And as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now it's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Now it's second and 10. Off the option, it's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
To throw is Nix. This one complete to Christian Kirk. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it second down.
A 5-yard gain brings up second down at their 48-yard line.
Here's Nix. Steps away. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Brandon Cooks, 51 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Herbert now. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here's Herbert. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throw right side taken in by Adunze. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Chicago.
Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
There he goes, left side. Off to the races. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Blitz, 87 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. The play Plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense. Guys dropping off into coverage. Their eyes averted somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. That's out quickly to Hyatt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Back to throw here, Herbert. A short one here, secured by the tight end, Waller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Line, 21.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
13 yards. First down, Chicago.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown. Darren Waller, 27 yards. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Santos with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Visitors, 14. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And that's complete to Cooks. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
Second down at their 49-yard line.
Throwing Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
This is taken around the 12. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert caught along the left side by Hyatt. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. McMillan with it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw now on first down. A pass complete to Odunze. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun is Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. Touchdown, Chicago! Brandon Cooks. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Prater for the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Well, you're right about that. It was a small, magical spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is caught by McMillan. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Herbert. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on third down to keep this drive alive.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now it's Nix. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down.
first, it's McCaffrey. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Herbert off of play action. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Herbert now. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. Flushed out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Brings up second down at the 6-yard line.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They'll find McMillan here. And he's brought down.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Here's Herbert. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Now Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple of plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Herbert. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. Herbert to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And nothing but daylight ahead.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert.
Throw left side complete. That's Lane. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Herbert going to throw. That one finds Hyatt.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Herbert.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Here's Herbert. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Santos able to tack on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Visitors 27.
So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake, for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's across for the late touchdown. And the final seconds. That would just about put a capper on this game. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Chicago, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my